think of it like an F1 race where you're both competing and your teammates. So that was another helpful kind of frame. Where it's like, yeah, each of these people as teammates, but also it's there's an effective like natural competition that arises when you see someone else pushing at their edge. Like, you can't help but also be inspired. So yeah, I mentioned last week in one of the discussions, there's like a culture of winning. I think that's being created here. Certain teams have cultures, right? You look at the Boston Celtics, they're a winning organization. Why is it that you can have a mediocre player that suddenly gets traded into that system and then they like become so much better? They're like expressing even more fuller, right? So it has to do with the culture itself has an effect on each of the participants. And I feel like that's happening here too, in a big way. It's like you see maybe each of us in a different set of conditions wouldn't be able to blossom like we are. The through line, both in CC and my sort of athletic background life, there's always been this inquiry into what is the edge of performance, like what is beyond the known confines of what I think is possible, and how do I do it in an accelerated fashion?